BWOne here at BWOne.com, and I'm going to give you a walkthrough on how to update your Cowon S9 portable media player. So let's get started. First thing here is we want to check a couple things on the player. So we're going to turn it on here, and we want to go to Settings, right here at the bottom. Then we want to go to System. Then the first thing you want to check is information here at the bottom. When you click on that, it'll tell you the firmware version here. And when you go to Cowon's website to download the firmware, you want to match it up with this number here. And if the numbers don't match, you want to definitely undo the update. So once you've done that, we want to go back here, and then we want to go click on USB mode. Now for this video, I'm actually going to do the update via MSC or mass storage class. The reason I want to do that because it plugs in like a regular storage drive. It's a little bit quick on the file transferring. You can do this through MTP or Media Transfer Protocol as well. But for this video, I'm just going to do MSC. So you want to click on the MSC icon, and you want to click back, and we click back to the main menu. And now you can plug in your device in your computer, and we're going to take it over to part 1, which I'm going to show you on the desktop and how to update your Cowon S9 portable media player. The first thing you want to do is you want to make sure you back up all the data off your device. You want to make sure you have all your music, pictures, videos, all that stuff backed up on your computer somewhere. If you're syncing it with a media program, some sort of like Windows Media Player or Cowon's Jet Audio, the file should already be on your computer. But you want to make sure you have all that backed up. Once you have that backed up, the next thing you want to do is you want to go to Cowon's website and download the latest firmware. The latest firmware for them for this video is 2.06, and you want to download it straight to your desktop. Once you've done that, it's going to be in a zip file. You want to open up the zip file. You want to drag the 2 update files out of this zip file right onto your desktop like this. Then you can close this out. The next thing you want to do is you want to go to Start. You want to go to Computer in Windows Vista. It's My Computer in Windows XP. You want to open it up, and then you want to make sure that you have your Cowon drive plugged in at this time. If you don't have your Cowon media player plugged in, you want to plug it in now. Once you have it plugged in, you want to make sure you want to access that drive when it shows up here. It should say Cowon S9. If it does say Cowon S9, it'll be the latest drive that popped up, and it'll give it a letter associated with it. So you want to click onto that, and now you're inside the Cowon S9's flash drive inside of it, and you're at the root directory. Now what you want to do is you want to drag these 2 files over here into the root directory. So you just want to drag and drop them right in. Once you've done that, you've basically finished part 1. You want to close this window out here. Next thing you want to do is you want to go down here, you want to safely remove it. So whatever drive letter is associated with it, you want to make sure you safely remove it, and it'll give you a message. You can now remove the device from the computer. Click OK, and now you can move on to part 2 of this video, where they'll show you the rest of the update process. Okay, now that we've dragged and dropped our files over onto the device, we can begin part 2 of the update. So now what we want to do is we want to turn on the device itself. Turn it on, look at this firmware upgrade screen with a status bar at the bottom. Once that completes, it'll say success, and then you're going to want to turn on the device one more time, and the resource upgrade will begin. Once you get that success sign and it completes, it'll shut off again. You want to turn it on, and it'll finish the upgrade process. So now the firmware has been upgraded. But to verify it, you want to go to your Settings tab, icon rather, scroll down to where it says System, and you want to go back to the Information tab, and you can verify the version right here in the top, which is version 2.06, which is the latest one from Cowon. Once you see it there, your firmware upgrade is completed. So now, the next thing you want to make sure of is you want to go back to USB mode here, and you actually want to change it from MSC to MTP if you're using like Windows Media Player or Media Monkey or any of those media players that'll synchronize your device, because that'll support the playlist and all your settings and such. So you want to make sure you go back and change that. And most likely, with the firmware upgrade, you might have to do a new syncing partnership with the device. You might have to reset all the syncing again. I know Windows Media Player you're going to have to, but some other media players you might not have to. But once you set that back, you are all set and completed the firmware upgrade. Just that simple. So this is BWOne from BWOne.com giving you a simple walkthrough on how to update your Cowon S9 portable media player and reminding you to live your tech world in high definition.